Hi, I'm Gwen.
And I'm Deonta B.
And we want to welcome you to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B, where we bring entrepreneurs, business professionals, and entertainers and interview them so that we can assist you in leveling up in your business. And our guest today, we have
the Electra S. She is an entrepreneur, founder of Mysteek Natural Products, and also Scale My Beauty brand.
Hey, Electra.
Hey, yes. Thank you guys for having me.
Welcome to the corner.
Girl, so you have some uniqueness going on with your beauty brand. So we know,
grown so much since we had her on the show
long years ago.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. And we're so happy to have you back because you now are teaching other beauty professionals on how to do what you do. So tell us, how did you get into saying, okay, I'm going to build this product-based business, and now I feel like I want to teach other people on how to do that?
Well, I find it simple because I had so many people watching me, and at that time, you're kind of pushing it back. No, I don't think I know enough to teach other people. I don't think I've done enough to teach other people.
Right.
I don't want to seem like I'm big-headed X, Y, and Z. And then you have people inboxing you, emailing you, even your customers who also want to be entrepreneurs, who have, product-based businesses. So, I took, a small group of people at a time, sifted that out. They were kind of like the control group, and then I built a course. And then from there, everything just kind of took off. And I realized that I had what a lot of people in the market needed, which was I have a product and what next? And I realized that I was the what next person. So that's pretty much how I came to that conclusion. It wasn't something I wanted to do, kind of like my product-based business, Mysteek Naturals. But if you have something that other people need, then you just, reach in and support them through that. And now it's just structured, and it's been great.
Yes. So let's go back to when you came up with the rock star in a jar. So what inspired you to come up with specifically that name, and then early on, and then how did it become a game changer in the beauty industry?
Well, it's actually a funny story. I initially named it Electric Color Pop. Because it was a play off my name, Electra. And then L'Oreal, had something close to it, and they were like, don't do that. And so I said, I don't have L'Oreal money, so I'll go ahead and change it, And so I named it Mysteek Color Pop. And so it was, again, another need. There was a lot of people who wanted to dye their hair without the fear of harsh chemicals. And so I started making it for myself. People got interested. I started making it for them. And then they requested to, purchase some. And then it kind of just took off from there. So I call it a rock star in a jar because you put it in, you walk out the door, and you be great.
I love it.
So you have different areas levels of you building this particular brand. Like you started online, you went to the warehouse, and then you came back out the warehouse back to online. And you have a lot of product-based businesses that feel like they have to have a storefront, especially, or a warehouse, especially when they're selling products. Tell us about that transition from, and what you learned in that experience to say, okay, I'm online, but I think I need to be big money and go get me a warehouse, to saying, you know what, this warehouse thing is not working, let me go back online. Because so many people be wanting to have storefronts and warehouses.
Yeah, so I'll definitely say that it's always something ingrained into you, especially as African Americans. We have so many things we want to accomplish. Right, and so we want to make ourselves proud, our ancestors proud, everything, right? So we're trying to do all the things, check all the boxes, right? And so the warehouse was an ultimate thing, ultimate goal, something I had of mine, an asset, right? So I started, doing vending, then I moved to online because of COVID. That really helped it blow up there, and then after that, I'm like, okay, I need a warehouse because I need it not to be in my house, so then I go to warehouse, then you are managing human beings, that was the first like, oh wow, I don't know if that's what I want to do. And so, you know, and then the overhead, and then the fluctuations of business, because I was first generation entrepreneur, and it was in my first, you know, year and a half, you know, almost 2 years, you know. So during that time, there's so many financial fluctuations that happen that a lot of people don't even tell you about, right? So then you're asking yourself, do I need my own warehouse?
Right.
How else can I be more sufficient within my brand? You know, and where can I find spaces to get my money back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times you don't think about the total overhead. You worry about, can I afford it this month? Oh, I can afford $1,500 a month. You don't think salary-wise, and with human beings, you're like, oh yeah, I can afford $12 an hour. I can afford $20 an hour. But you're supposed to hire people according to, can you afford that salary for the year?
Right.
And so I hired 13 people because I'm crazy,
Oh my
and I
God.
think I'm Nancy Hammer, and so I blew through a lot of money, you know, not knowing, because I want to be Robin Hood. You get a job, everybody, you get a job. You know, I just
Right.
want everybody to be happy. I want to say that I'm conducive to the community. You know, if you need a job, I got that, you know. So I really kind of stuck my foot in my mouth. You know, I know a lot of people will not talk about this, but I like to be honest. You know, you want to be good, you want to feel good, you want to do good. You know, so as I started to understand that I needed to be more lean in my business and I didn't need those many people, how can I use technology? Well, the first thing is I need to shut this warehouse down. You know, it's killing me. You know, like all of it's killing me. You know, so I shut that down, moved to Amazon, ships for me and sells for me. Walmart ships for me, sells for me. I have my own 3PL, and there's 4 locations, so at any point they can get it to you, and we ship within 24 hours. At this point, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have known, but hindsight's 2020.
Love it.
Yes. So you talked about, you initially started out, you know, doing it, funneling everything through your website. So how did you utilize social media, and what platforms did you use to funnel people into saying, okay, we're going to the website and we're going to actually purchase these products?
So honestly, I was my own cheerleader. Like, it's what I teach my mentees. Like, at the end of the day, I want you to promote yourself so much that people delete you. I want you to be happy with those people that delete you, because those aren't your audience. If you really need help with finding out who your audience is, promote yourself, you know, until they delete you. Because the people that stay with you are going to be your tribe. So I knew I had to build a tribe. I need to continue to build my know, like, and trust factor. You know, so I am showing up for myself. How can I ask you for money and show up when I don't even believe my product? I'm not wearing the color. I'm too shy. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I can't stand to hear my voice. All the things you hear, right?
Right.
I had to push past that and become my own mentee of myself, you know, and do that. So I, again, consistently showing up. Facebook was my jam, you know, it still is, you know, because I'm 40, you know, Instagram, the pictures all the time, no, I don't, you know, it really wasn't, I still get into it, but Facebook is more family and camaraderie, you know, and that's what I love, you know, and those are the people that follow me, is people who are, you know, I share intimate things about my life. Because gone are the days where you can just be a brand and nobody know who the owner is.
Right.
You know, I still don't even know who the owner of BB Grease is. You know what I'm saying? But those are, or Blue Magic, I don't know. You know, but those days you could just put out a product and not be known.
Right.
Where now they want to know because they want a piece of you. So when they buy stuff, it's not really that they're buying a product, they're buying a part of you. And I understood that, so I honed in on it.
Love it.
Yes.
So there's a couple of things that you said that I think is very important for us to break down for the audience, especially ones that are, again, product-based business. So even for me, like, we do taxes, that's a service-based business. I don't even know how we got all our clients. I know that we stayed visible. You know, we got a lot of referrals. We did a lot of things. But when we went into doing, like, selling digital, I went to digital products and coaching and different things like that. I had to find, okay, how do I get my tribe? How do I get customers and clients? And it was different than what we did previous. So you talked about your community, like how social media was important. One thing I realized in the business community is that the thing that coaches rarely talk about, they might mention it, but they don't break it down to how important it is for you to build community, culture, and your audience prior to you actually putting out that product. So break down like the importance of building community and what building community and identifying your target audience look like.
Okay, so for me, I actually been doing this social media thing before it was like a to-do since like 2009. So I wasn't like brand spanking new where a lot of these people are now content creators and all that. I'm like, I was just living my life, you know, doing things, you know. So it's about comfortability. It's about you showing other people that you believe in what you're trying to get money from them about. You know what I'm saying? It's showing them that they can do it too because they see themselves inside of you. And it's building raving customers. No one cares that you love this product. No one cares that you keep saying that it's amazing. What is other people saying?
Right.
Right? And if you don't have other people telling the rest of the people who aren't you about your product, then your product is nothing. I don't care what you say. You could put you can have $1 million a day to put towards ads. If you don't eventually get customers and organic postings, you're going to burn through money. Right? So it's important for you to, one, diversify your revenue. Your organic posting helps balance the money that you pay in, and you pay in paid advertisements. That's the first thing. The next thing is when you have people that support you, word of mouth will get you far more than even with your ads. You could be spending money on ads, a person buys, but it's the fact that you had the word of mouth from them saying, hey, I bought this from this ad that I saw, right? And then it spreads. Right? So, and then there's people who see what you're doing because they see how much energy you put into your product or your service, and then they support you. So now that tribe helps push because they're now utilizing the people behind them as well. You know, so you are essentially having brand ambassadors that you don't call brand ambassadors that support you from the beginning. You know, you have people who are influencers, you know, who you have influenced, but without you calling yourself an influencer, to want to support you because of the drive and the tenacity that you have within your brand.
Gotcha.
Nuggets.
So through your mentorship program, you help other businesses grow. What are some things that you find yourself telling them over and over again that you keep seeing that's a problem when you get these mentees coming in?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Simplest thing, number one, consistency. They do not, to me, consistency comes with how you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you aren't consistent, then that means you don't believe that you can be where you're trying to be. Okay, because I'm a consistently bother this man that I like, because I can see myself with him. But you can't see yourself in the financial state that you keep coming to me about and saying that you want to be. So I teach them how to treat their business like a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Have you talked to your man today? You know what I'm saying? What have you? Are you pregnant yet? Are you going to birth something soon? That's how because I understand the mentee and the mentality and the psyche of a lot of people. The next thing for me is it's a consistency thing, but it's also time management. They do not look at time the way that they look at everything else. So what I tell them is, when people say time is money, it's actually true. That's literal. Because a job pays you for the amount of time you're willing to give them, and then they're saying, hey, I like all your attributes, all that, whatever. You have a paper, you're consistent. You were able to finish something for 4 years, great. So I am going to hire you for 80 hours, and I'm only going to pay you this, okay? Are you cool with that? And you go, okay, for 80 hours, I'm going to get $17 an hour no matter how long I work here.
Right.
That is what they're saying. You know what I mean? So for me, if you're going to be consistent, you have to understand that time is money.
Right.
And your money comes from the time that you spend.
Nugget.
So let's talk about 3 specific, because we on these 3s. 3 specific steps that small business owners can take to build a strong social media presence so they can attract their clients. Because ultimately, we run away from, a lot of small business owners run away from utilizing the free social media. Right? It's free, right? To attract their clients. So what are those 3 things?
I would say coming up with a content calendar was very pivotal for me, because a lot of us are creatives, and creatives, we live in our minds. Right. So if we don't write it down and make it plain,
right,
it's not going to happen. So if you can't do a month worth of coming up with something, start with a week. If you can't do a week, do 2 days, 3 days. That's going to build some sort of consistency, some habit. So in 7 days, instead of you pulling it out of your hat of, am I going to go live today? Am I going to post something on my social media? What is it going to be? How often am I going to do it? If you don't plan to be progressive, you're going to plan to fail.
Right.
So in all actuality, I would say planning with a social media calendar, telling yourself that you're not going to complain about, oh, I went live, but only 3 people showed up. It's not about that. It's not about that, because there's people who actually are going to see it on a replay that are never going to say anything. It's people that are not likers. They're not going to like anything. But some of those people are the ones sharing your stuff. Some of those people are the ones talking to other people about your stuff, and you never knew that they supported you. Right. So don't worry about what you see. Worry about what you're doing.
That was some good stuff.
It was.
Because I want to just piggyback off that, just to throw that in, because I heard a marketing guru say, you know, we focus on our views on social so much on our videos, and I remember them saying, like, okay, if you get 200 views, we mad because we can't get over 200 views. But think about, you got 200 people.
Right. 200
people is a lot of people to be watching what you're doing. And when you think about the conversion rate of that, that's can turn into dollars, a lot of dollars. But we focus on being viral so much that we don't appreciate the consistency of those clients that we're attracting based off those particular views. And I think we worry about the numbers too much, even though you're supposed to worry about them. So I love that.
Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between analyzing your data versus making the data that you see the whole premise of the value that you bring. You know, because I want to make sure that I'm posting according to the back end of Instagram that tells me that my people come on at 8 o'clock at night. You know, I don't want to be posting at 5 in the morning. I want that. You know, I want to give myself the most opportunity to be seen. But if I have 200 or 300 people, they didn't have to spend their time doing that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I know that number will grow as I learn how many people are actually watching to help me eventually go viral. But you have to start somewhere. And you're not going to start at 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 all the time.
Right. So the credit stacking method. that you teach entrepreneurs. Can you explain what this is in simple terms and tell us why it's so important for new businesses?
Okay, so first things first is I realized coming into my mentorship, again, I kept it small because I wanted to, again, it's a business as well. I wanted to fill all the holes that a lot of, I feel like other mentors may or may not feel. I'm not getting you into my mentorship for money, though I want to be paid, of course. I want you to win, okay? So if I want you to win, why are you winning? Yeah. If I'm giving you the knowledge, you have a course, you have me, we have, mentorship meetings on Tuesdays, XYZ, what is the problem? That's my whole thing, because I care. Obviously, I could easily be like, you came into my mentorship, you paid me, I gave you what I said I was going to give you, work with that. Whereas me, I'm like, how can I help you scale? So in that, I'm realizing consistency, the mentality of consistency, and the way they look at time and money. Those are the three issues. So with funding, I realized, how can I help you if I can't help you? Why would I keep telling you, oh, go find someone that you can go get some funding for, and here's how you do it? No, I'm going to become it. Okay? Because I want to be a one-stop shop. You say you don't have time? Okay, I'm going to create a program where I have a team of virtual assistants per business that can help build your business while you're on your job, or if you're a full-time entrepreneur, that they will be building parts of your business so that you can work on the things that you're good at because you are the person who's the creative. All right, so once you tell me a problem, I solve it. So you have time? Okay, I have a virtual assistant program. You don't have money? Okay, I could tell you how to get funded. So going back to funding, credit stacking is, I realize everybody's like, I need to get my credit to a certain point so that I can go to the bank. The bank like, okay, APR is, you say your credit is what? Ooh, APR is gonna be 18%, but I'm gonna give you 30,000. You're like, yes, I did everything. They're going to, give me this money. I'm amazing because the bank said that I was awesome for $35,000, $30,000. So the first 30 days, have that money gone. You ain't even do nothing with it because half the people don't even create a plan for the money. You're never supposed to get money without having a plan. Okay, because you actually
say that again.
Half of the people should not get money unless you have a plan for the money, because the money is supposed to make money for you. You're not supposed to have money just to have money. You're not supposed to have money so you feel good that you can, spend it on ads. All right. At the end of the day, what is the plan for the money? So 30,000 may not even have been enough. If you had did a proper plan, you would know that you needed more. Okay, so at the end of the day, you went through all this red tape. You showed them, the price of tea in China. You showed your mama's account, everything. They just want to know everything, right? And then again, the first 30 days, that 18% hit. And you didn't even spend the money how you wanted to. Then you finally use all the money, and then however long that takes you to pay it back, now you're looking to get more money and going through the same red tape. So credit stacking is like, this is my credit card. Credit cards are still a bank. Nobody looks at a credit card as a bank. Yeah, it is a Marriott Bonvoy. It's Chase.
I love Marriott Bonvoy. That's one of my favorite ones, baby. Okay.
Marriott Bonvoy is Chase. So I'm like, okay, let me build a relationship with Chase. Okay, you need money? All right, let's get you a credit card, build your personal credit profile up so that you can go to business funding, okay? And then you can get a credit card for $75,000. What is the great thing about that? It's yours. Once you pay it down, once you pay it off. Yes, it has an APR, but it doesn't compound, the way you might have gotten for a loan. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you get 75 from this person, 50 from that person. So now, if you want 150,000, you're not looking for a bank to do that. You're stacked your credit to do so. And a lot of this comes from relationship, not you going online and, I'm just going to put in, and then the AI, you ain't even put in the right data points. The AI is looking and go, oh, okay, we can give you $7,000. And you're like, yes, you really could have gotten maybe 25 if you had a relationship with that bank. So that is credit stacking.
Dang, girl, I love that.
I know, right?
Yes,
the tea. So we talked about that, and so you have a mission to help people build their businesses so that they can live their life on their own terms. What do you consider living life on your own terms?
So it's whatever your version of success is. You know, success is not, I'll preface it for myself. Success is not always money. Did I successfully make it through the turmoil I went through in order to get to the other side of what I'm able to teach today? I'm successful. You know, I now can help people not go through what I went through. That's success for me. If I can, I'm at a point where I don't work before 12 o'clock because I'm with my kids. That's success for me. You know, I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. If I can maneuver my time, because time is money, that means I made the money to be able to live on my own terms.
I love it.
I love it, girl. So tell our viewers, if they're looking to get mentored by you, get one of some of your fabulous products, how they actually can find you.
Okay, well, again, my name is Electra Harris. I actually mentor in my mastermind. You would have to book a call because I am not allowing everyone in. I want to make sure that we are a perfect fit. You're in the right mindset. You can find me at Electra at scalemybeautybrand.com. That's my email address where you can link up with us, or social media, Electra Scales, because I help people scale, so Electra Scales. And you know, you can inbox on my social medias as well.
I love it. We appreciate you coming down to the corner once again years later.
I know. It's seeing your growth is booming.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, good. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for having me today. It was great questions.
Thank
Most
you.
A couple of them had me a little bit like, but I'm like, I got it.
All the nuggets. And so, you know, as a recap, if you guys didn't see, she is showing you how the game changer for products. And we know that they say everybody needs a product, no matter what you do. And so, I mean, she's teaching you how to scale your beauty products. And so it's like, you know, you need this class. You're trying to have a beauty product, and we know it's that's $1 billion industry. We know it's so many entrepreneurs that want to be in a beauty industry. And so credit stacking, she just gave you all the nuggets. She told you how to get some money. She told you ain't got to have that warehouse.
How you build your audience.
How to build your audience. I mean, she gave you all the business tea, and that's what we are doing at Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B, because we want to build more millionaires and billionaires. That's African Americans, and there are so many tools that you have, because it's easy to get the money, but you got to know how to keep the money.
Yes. Oh my God.
And grow the money. Okay?
Yes, 100%.
That's what they don't teach us. We teach it and below it.
Yes. And that's why I like my mentorship, because I help them understand what to do next. You already had it in you to build this business. Let's help you scale it. I'll help you get the funding for it, and then you'll be able to be where you want to be.
Love it. So y'all, we about to be out, but let me give y'all some instructions we need y'all to do. So one, we need y'all to follow Gwen Business Corner on all social media outlets. Follow Expert Tax Service on Facebook and Instagram. It's spelled with the X, not an E. Definitely follow me on all social media platforms at Gwenetta Wright. We want to remind you that we are only a few weeks away from our 16th annual toy giveaway. We are taking monetary donations so that we can help feed families for the holidays, and also give some kids, put some smiles on some kids' faces. If you would like to make a monetary donation, you can make one at Cash Out R4YD or PayPal.me/Reach For Your Dreams Inc. Deonta, we about to get out here and tell them how to find you.
Well, you can find me at all the social media outlets at The Real Deonta B. And I mean, we're trying to get everybody to live life on your own terms. I mean, she just told you. This is Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B, and we'll see you next time. Until then, we want you to keep kicking that door in. Bye. Peace.